Good morning, everybody, or afternoon if you're on the East Coast. I am at my favorite hotel in downtown Los Angeles, okay, the Wayfarer. It's part of the Tapestry collection, and we're here with Kenneth, who has just been great. He is part of a team that is second to none in hospitality. Kenneth, welcome to CLIC Connect. How are you?
Excellent. Doing well today. Doing well.
Good to see you.
But it's not 85 degrees and sunny, so there's something wrong with Los Angeles right now.
Right now, yeah. And, you know, I mean, we do have disbelievers in global climate change, but, you know,
There's something going on.
Yeah, we had a beautiful night last night. Great dinner up at the rooftop bar. Do me a favor. For the few people that may not know about the Wayfarer in downtown LA, would you tell them about the hotel?
Yes, absolutely. So the hotel is located right in downtown LA. We're about 4 blocks from the Crypto.com arena. 156 rooms, and then we have a total of 3 outlets here at the hotel. So downstairs we have Louis Rose, which is our speakeasy / event space. Here in the lobby we have Gaslighter, which is really kind of our breakfast grab and go. And then we have the rooftop, which is open all day, basically from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. most days. And that's kind of our all-day dining menu. The menu itself is even designed as kind of all meal periods. It's basically one menu that covers brunch and dinner, as well as lunch items as well. So
very good. And I've been saying this since the hotel opened, the best latte in downtown Los Angeles is right here. Okay, don't go to any of these other places.
no,
Stop by.
I drink too many, so please come and drink some, so that's less for me. So
there we go.
Yeah.
Now Alice is kicked off, so conference season is upon us, especially in the hospitality field. You've got a lot of dignitaries here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think you're sold out. So,
almost.
Okay, so almost, but what kind of pressure does that put on you and the rest of the team? Because you know you've got every set of eyeballs in this hotel looking at you.
Oh yeah. I think, to me, I thrive on the pressure. My background is downtown city center hotels. I was in DC for a number of years dealing with a lot of diplomats, politicians, stuff like that. And for me, those are the fun times. That's when things are exciting. There's action, there's pressure, so you kind of step up to perform. So to me, I would rather have more of these days than fewer of them. I say that now, and I'm sure after a month of VIP events every day, I'll probably be going crazy. But at the end of the day, I think that really it's a chance for us to kind of really refocus and say, how can I be my best self today? And not just kind of get through the day-to-day when you're kind of tired and all that stuff. So.
And in hospitality, it is all about the people that come through the front door, and it's about the team that receives them and welcomes them and takes care of their needs while they're staying there. And you've given them a great room, someplace that's safe, and they get a good night's rest. But everything in between, you guys are really on top of your game.
Yeah.
That's one of the many reasons why I love this hotel so much.
Yeah.
Pacifica Hotels, great owner-operator, great investors.
Absolutely.
You've got the executive team staying here as well, so you've got even more pressure.
My boss and her boss just walked by a moment ago, so we're all in here.
There you go.
Yeah.
When you don't have a conference down here and you've got somebody coming into town, maybe for a concert down the street or going to the Jewelry Mart or one of the other many venues in the downtown LA market, how do you try and craft their stay when they're asking for your help?
So at the end of the day, the way that I've always looked at hospitality in general is that, our mission is to make people feel comfortable, right? And so when you have folks, that are here for Alice, right? You've probably been here for a couple years in a row. You know the property, you know the area. And so my engagement is going to be very welcoming, but I don't want to kind of treat you like someone who's never been here, right? I kind of want to step back a little bit and let you kind of explore on your own because you already know where things are and what to do. When you have the leisure travelers who don't really know the city or the area, that's when we really kind of turn on the engagement. And there's a lot more of that. Cool. What brings you into town? How are you getting to the event? What band are you going to see? Whatever. And then based on that, we're going to recommend. Okay, hey, what I think you should do is, traffic is going to be a nightmare at that time to get to the venue. Why don't you go have dinner on the rooftop first and then catch an Uber after? Or somebody else who says, oh, I'm going to the Laker game. What time does the game normally end? We may tell you, hey, the game's going to end at that point in time, but we'll say, you know what? Hey, at that point in time, Louis Rose is going to be open, and you're better off waiting probably an hour before you try to jump on the metro back home. So go down there. We got a band tonight, and just try to kind of find those little things that tie somebody to our property really kind of being their hub and their home,
Yeah.
instead of just like, hey, go sleep here, go to the game, and then go home. You know,
Right.
it's a lot more
Right.
than that.
It is.
Yeah.
You know, the Lily Rose is a great example. You know, I love that speakeasy. It's fun. It's always, you know, whether you've got a comedian there or a band, when you were doing the high tea, that was great. That was something different that, you know, this country doesn't do a lot of.
Yeah.
And now you've got a movie and a meal going on.
We got
down
Fork and
there.
Film.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I love that. What a great idea,
Yeah.
especially in the film capital of the world, Los Angeles.
For sure.
So,
It's perfect.
Yeah.
And right now, Fork and Film is only doing really 2 cities. It's us and New York.
Okay.
And we are really their partner here in
Yeah.
LA. They're planning to kind of branch out and expand a lot more, not only within the city, but within the Pacifica portfolio to some of our other
Nice.
properties. But we're the hub. You know, this is the spot where it all happens. And it's been phenomenal for us. They do 1 show Friday, and then a matinee and an evening show both Saturdays, Sundays. So 5 shows a week. And really the concept is a multi-course food and beverage, dining experience is curated around a movie. So we kicked off with Home Alone mid-November, ran that all the way through the holidays, and now we just started White Chicks a week and a half ago, if I'm not mistaken. And so it's just been fun too, because obviously our staff is excited to prepare these amazing cocktails and food items, but even the front of house staff, they're really actors, so they wear costumes and decor or that are part of the movies. And so it's just a cool experience. The guest feedback has been amazing, the partnership has been amazing, and we're super excited to continue moving forward. So.
Now, Hallmark with Pacifica Hotels has always been their food and beverage component, and it's just outstanding. They could teach a course at Cornell. Okay, that's how.
Or
good.
Johnson & Wales, where I went. Let's be honest.
There you go. We've also got Collins. Here locally. Now, what did you curate food-wise for Home Alone and for White Chicks? I mean, I think that's really going to be a story.
It's all based on the food that they're eating in the movie, right?
Okay.
So in Home Alone, there's a scene where Kevin, orders a bunch of pizza and is sitting there eating the pizza, and it's like this cool, like funky little pizza course that comes out. There's a bunch of mocktails and cocktails that go with it. So the goal is that as you're experiencing this film, you're kind of physically engaged in it because you're sharing that meal and that drink, with those people. For White Chicks, obviously, there's a little lipstick container that's edible that goes with, of course, and so it's really cool, quirky stuff. And I will say that I'm not the most creative one, so I lean on the other people to, to really generate those ideas.
There you
But our focus again is really putting out a really quality product. Because you can say, okay, hey, we're going to have pizza because this is part of the movie, but this is not Domino's. I mean, we're doing a really cool artisanal version of that still speaks to the theme of the movie, but is also very much our perspective, and our hallmark. So
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so was it last year that you guys became part of the Tapestry collection?
Yep. Yeah.
So that's got to be an interesting partnership.
It has been. Yeah.
And I mean, Pacifica is known for being a very independent boutique operator.
Yep.
And to bring in Hilton and Tapestry, how has that res system added to your?
I mean,
your
it's been
occupancy?
tremendous. I think for us here in downtown LA, the market has evolved a lot in the last year. I mean, it was less than a year ago that 700 Keys opened up, down the street with the Moxie AC. And so there's definitely been a change in our market mix. Obviously, driving direct bookings is always our focus, and that's what really Hilton is doing. But at the same time, it's a difficult time in the market. And I think that if anybody tells you that LA is booming, they're not standing on the street, they're not seeing it. The recovery from COVID and all that has been pretty slow. But I think ultimately for us, it's a huge step. And I've worked for a variety of properties that were, soft branded, truly independent. I worked for Kimpton for a number of years, which is kind of that, that hybrid. And I will say that, the Tapestry collection and having the Hilton flag has been tremendous from an infrastructure and system standpoint. But really, obviously, the goal is driving direct bookings and enhancing our profitability, and that's the path that we're on.
Love it.
So
love it. Good for you guys. Cool. Now, how about the convention center? They've announced an expansion. You've also got an expansion coming to the crypto arena and LA Live. So what excites you about what's going on at those two venues?
I think at the end of the day, it's obviously, you can look on paper and say, hey, there's now X more demand coming in over these periods, right? So it's going to change your peak days, it's going to change revenue expectations and all that. But to me, the fun part is there's just that much more opportunity for new travelers to come to the area, you know? And even me, I mean, I'm a transplant, you know, I'm from the East Coast. I moved to California 3 years ago when COVID hit and the world fell apart. And so even me, you know, now being here downtown for, it's been, you know, 10 months, give or take, you know, it's been exciting for me to kind of really just kind of like learn the city and what makes it tick. I'll be honest with you, when I first visited California years ago, I fell in love with San Diego, and I said LA. I was like, I don't really know if I like LA. It seems kind of weird. It's a funky town. And now that I've been here for even these 10 months, I'm like, no, this is home. You know, this is where I want to be. And so I think I want people to really engage that and feel that same way. And again, if you're somebody like me who visited LA for 1 day or 2 days, you know, I had only one perspective. But if there's that many more conventions coming in, well, now when you're here for 3 or 4 days and you can stay for an extra 1 or 2 on your own, that's what really is going to make you fall in love with the city and help to drive, you know, that repeat business for the market. So
I'm a big believer in the bleisure market. You know, you know, you've had certainly some smarter people doing that for a lot longer, but you know, then the secret got out, and you know, you kind of had that before the financial meltdown. You'd see another one of our most popular conferences, the lodging conference. You'd see the East Coast people fly to Phoenix on the weekend, bring their family, and on Monday the family went home, and on Friday the West Coast families came out. So you had this full week, you know, at then is the Arizona Biltmore. But I think you know, you're right. People come out here and they go down San Diego and they experience the Gaslamp. They experience being on the waterfront, everything that the Gaslamp's got to offer. And LA for the longest time was trying to be the Gaslamp. And it's not going to happen. There's only one. You know, choose your own identity and capitalize on what you've got to offer. Whether it's, you know, a quick ride over to Universal Studios or, you know, out to the west side and beyond to the beach. You know, it's a very unique marketplace, and it has taken a while, you know, for it to really, I don't think you're even in the middle of your recovery yet. And you've got a ways to go. But it all starts with these guys on site. How can people get a hold of you and get a room?
Call me, email me. I always tell everybody just reach out directly. I live on my phone, you know, and I apologize to my friends and family who, you know, I don't respond to them, but I respond to
everybody
work
else.
Emails, right? But honestly, you know, if you don't know me, just call the hotel and ask for Ken. I'm the GM. You know, my email address is kenneth.clark, simple name, at hilton.com. But seriously, reach out. As I said, I'm still newish to this area and still love meeting new people. That's what got me into hospitality, you know, all those years ago, is that I was in college and I had no idea what I wanted to do, and I said, what do I want to do with my life? I said, I want to meet people and have new experiences. What career can I have that's going to do those for me? And here I am. So,
Kenneth, thank you for being on CLIC Connect today.
Pleasure.
Thank you for joining us, and I'll be back with another interview a little later. Thanks. Bye.